Welcome back, everyone. My name is Ember, and today we are continuing our One Piece journey with Volume 57. So, this is when the Paramount War officially begins. The Summit War. Different names, I guess, for different translations or whatever. So this is chapter 552 to 562. So this is when, we get our backstory, Ace's backstory with Whitebeard, all the way up to when Whitebeard gets stabbed by his own crewmate, it looks like. Hell of a cliffhanger to end off on, and really great compositing here. Speaking of compositing, this manga, or this arc in general, this volume in general, has the most chaotic paneling of One Piece so far. There pretty much every every other, the first 5 volumes of this, or the first 5 chapters of this volume, it's just diagonals and just fragmented paneling all over the place. It's just, there's none of that just hard squareness that you more so associate with manga. As it goes on, it eventually gets more normal, but in these first 5 or 6 chapters, it's just total madness. So that's a really great structural way of conveying this absolute madness of a story, of a fight. So, okay, so we've got the Navy, and we've got the Warlords, but not all the Warlords are fighting with the Navy, even when they're supposedly on the Navy's side. Boa Hancock turns on them eventually. Jinbei's not with them from the start. We've got Crocodile, a former warlord who is fighting against the Navy, but he's also fighting Whitebeard because he wants to kill Whitebeard. And then on the other side of that, we have all of Whitebeard's pirates and all of his people. And then we have all of Luffy's people. It's Buggy and Iva and all them. So, this massive, multi-sided fight with so many different interlocking parts, conveyed in such a chaotic, over-the-top manner, is just really fucking cool. And again, there's so many spreads in this that look so fucking cool. The hype that this is conveying right now is so good. It's just banger spread after banger spread. Everything is kicking off, and this is the most chaotic that One Piece has been so far, but it's also extremely readable. So good on Oda there. A lot of new either new characters introduced or characters being clarified, I guess. We finally got the appearance of Akainu, the final admiral that we haven't met yet, and he's apparently got, I'm trying to find that panel again, I think it was closer to the other side, but he's got magma powers, it looks like. So that kind of seals off the trio of admirals. We've got Aokiji, who has ice powers, Kizaru, who has light powers, and then Akainu, who has fire or magma powers. I and I also like the different personality balance amongst the admirals. Aokiji is this kind of just very relaxed, very kind of layabout kind of dude who's also is kind of serious. We've got Kizaru, who's a bit wackier and a little, but still within the realm of he is a Navy admiral, but he's got a little more spring in his step. And then Akainu is the very more stereotypical old sergeant kind of guy. He's got old grizzled military man look to him, which definitely, yeah, here we go. He's got that look to him, which I love. I'm very interested in seeing where he goes as a character. Yeah, we got that. We got a brief appearance from the descendant of Ors, the continent, the guy who dragged the continents with, like, Ors Jr. or something. I forgot what his full name was. But that was a great little bit there. Almost reminded me of the giant gingerbread man scene from Shrek 2, but more like serious and kind of sad when Doflamingo and Gecko Moria just lay waste to him. And the way it ties into Ace's backstory was really good. And I really liked Ace's backstory in this. It's super simple, but it's so effective. Like, Ace goes on his own to try and start his own pirate crew. His crew gets defeated by Whitebeard, but he lets them all live. And Ace basically is kind of forced to join Whitebeard's crew, but eventually he grows to love being there. And even though, like, it was him who didn't listen to Whitebeard's orders and went after Blackbeard himself, and that was what got him captured in the end, Whitebeard still fully takes responsibility for him as basically an adopted son. Like, he is fully taking responsibility for all of Ace's actions, and as such he sees it as his responsibility to rescue Ace from the Navy. Whitebeard is an absolute bro, and I love him. Definitely one of the best designs in One Piece. Just, that iconic giant man with this giant mustache looks so cool. And I love the scene where, like, Luffy and him talk for the first time, and immediately Luffy is just talking to him like he would anyone else. That's one of the things I really love about Luffy, is it really doesn't matter who he's talking to. He will talk to everyone the same way. He sees everyone as equally approachable, as equally worthy of being spoken to by him. And he's never intimidated by someone's stature or, like, hierarchical placement, their ranking or such. And that kind of earns, begrudgingly, Whitebeard respects him for that, and he sees that Shanks was right to trust him with the Straw Hat. So, really like the dynamic there. Whitebeard, just all around cool dude. And I forgot, but there are so many devil fruit powers that kick off in this. We got the diamond guy. What else was there? I read this really early in the day, and I'm just now getting back to it. But there's so much cool stuff. So many old characters coming back. We got Captain Smoker and Captain Hina from way earlier in the series finally coming back. Tashigi is back. A shame that she won't be able to face Zoro this time since he's not here. I'm very curious what Doflamingo's power is. It doesn't really look like he used his power when he cuts Ors Jr.'s foot off. But I really like his ideology. I am very, very excited for when he becomes the main villain in an arc eventually. His ideology of justice is dictated by who is in power. So it's a very dangerous ideology, but not one that one that is very realistic in a sense, but also extremely dangerous, especially when someone like Doflamingo is in power. So, very much looking forward to him. God, this was such a banger of a volume. And again, just spread after spread of chaotic awesomeness, ultimately culminating in Whitebeard getting stabbed by his own men. Yeah. Very excited to see where all of this goes. Oh, and so there's this part where, like, Fleet Admiral Sengoku's trying to enact a plan, and he has to cut off the video feed in order to execute it because he doesn't want the public seeing it. But he can't cut off one of the feeds because Buggy has commandeered it to inflate his own ego. Such a Buggy move at this point, but it also works to, like, fuck up the Navy's plot. Really great natural way of getting that plot point in there. Absolutely loved it. I do have one thing that kind of has been throwing me off for a little bit in One Piece, and it's really reached like a fever pitch here, is technology makes no goddamn sense in this universe. Like, we're at the point where they're watching videos. Like, there is television broadcast in this. And it's not explained at all. It's not... They still have transponder snails. So, that was the weird technology loop around that they got with that, where it's a magical radio device. But now they just have full-on TVs. And like, okay, what is this? But it's a minor gripe, but it is popping up now a lot more than it used to. But really, that's my only gripe about this, because otherwise, this was a fantastic volume. Very much looking to more of it to finally really get I'm just plowing through Summit War. Super excited to reach its conclusion. But that's all for today. Again, I will be putting these reviews on hiatus once I get through Volume 60. So you got 3 more of these, and then I have to work on some more elaborate videos. But if you enjoyed this video, be sure to like and subscribe and leave a comment down below about what you thought. My name is Ember, and I'll see you next time.